Jai Hind student, I am Priya, Assistant Professor in IT Department in AKGEC. Today we are going to discuss object-oriented programming with Java with the concepts of collection frameworks. Today in this slide we are going to cover this particular topics: the collection in Java, collection framework in Java, hierarchy of collection framework, iterator interface, collection interface, list interface, array list, linked list, vector, stack, queue interface. So first of all, introducing with the term collections in Java. What is collection? Collection is basically a term which is going to be relate number of things, that is your individual objects, into a collection. That if suppose you are going to store a number of similar items, then it is called a array. Similarly, in Java framework, that is Java collection framework, you have to store different elements in a single hierarchy order. That means that you are going to store different types of elements in different manners, that you are going to store different elements in a different manner with various methods available on it to perform operation on these various available applications. Okay, so Java collection framework is going to be covered with Java collection in Java, that is collection framework in Java, hierarchy of collection framework which is presented, and array list, linked list, vector, stack. So what are these going to be covered? Talking about array list is what? Suppose in data structure we are talking about array, then what it is? An array is going to be store the single element. If we talk about array, then what it will do? It will be going to be compute. An array is going to be stored. First of all, understanding what is array. Array is going to store your values inside of these boxes that will be consisting of the memory address, and some values will be presented over there. So you are going to store the values of different things, that is your items inside of this memory address. So array is going to be stored with the help of the array index presented on above of this. So one by one you are going to implement all of this. Now what is this array list? In Java programming you can go with this array list with a dynamic array for sorting the elements. Dynamic array is a word. It means that your array is going to be in a size. You can resize your array. You can resize your array. So you can resize it, and you can saying that it's a dynamic array. You can add element and you can delete element on the end of this. So storing the element, that Java array list classes uses a dynamic array for storing the element. It is like an array, but there is no size limit. Now we are saying that we are making a flexible array. We can add or remove element anytime. It means that you are able to add or remove elements at any time in your programming as where it is required. So it is much more flexible than the traditional array. So there is a flexibility term that will be going to be overcome this traditional array, which is the challenging part of it, that how you are going to resize your array. The array list in Java can have the duplicate element also. Now we are saying that your array list is going to be compute the duplicate element also in it. So it implement the list interface. When we talk about the array list, it will be going to implement your list interface. We are saying that it will be consisting of some hierarchy. It means that array list is going to be containing the hierarchy of your list interface. So collection is a way, that is collection is in collection you are extending this collection, means it will be consisting of your array list and your linked list. There is a hierarchy for all of these things. It will be consisting of the stack and vector. It means collection will have a different structure for all of these things which is presented inside of this. The array list in Java can have the duplicate element also. Now we are saying that it can implement the list interface. So we can use all the methods of the list interface here. It means that array list is going to be using this list interface, and all the available methods. The available methods present inside of this list interface are going to be implemented by your array list also. Okay, so we are saying that methods present inside of this array list is going to be implemented by your array list also. The array list maintains the insertion order. It means that the way the elements are inserted in your array list are going to be maintained in your array list. It inherit the abstract list class and implement list interface. Now we are saying that it inherit. It means that inheritance will be there, that the abstract list class and implements list interface. All of the methods present inside of this are implemented by your array list. So these are the things which we are discussed with your array list. So it inherit the abstract list class and implement list interface. We cannot create an array list of the primitive type. Now there is some drawback also, that we are going to be array list of the, we don't create the array list of the primitive types such as int, float, character, etc. It is required to use the required wrapper class in such cases. For example, if we are going to create array list, then it is going to be created with the help of array list int, and we have declared this al, and this array list is going to be created by this array list, and we have taken the syntax for this. In this way we can add element inside of this array list al. Okay, so for adding the element, we can say that for inside of this we can add the element one by one. Okay, so for creating an array list, you have to declare the syntax with this, that will be consisting of your defining part of the array list. So in the array list, we have discussed that array list is going to be a dynamic in size, and it will be overcoming the problem of traditional array, that will be that all the homogeneous and elements are going to be stored inside of this. But now this array list will be consisting of the homogeneous and heterogeneous element, as well as the flexibility will be there, that it will be consisting of the dynamic array size will be there, and we can store the duplicate element also. It implement the list interface, so we can use all the methods of the list interface here. So the things which we have discussed here can be discussed with the help of the example also. So moving toward non-generic versus generic collection. When we are saying that there is a generic and non-generic collection in Java, that means that we are talking about Java development kit. Okay, so that we are going to be discussed with the help of this diagram also. Now we are saying that Java collection framework was non-generic before JDK 1.5. Okay, so before 1.5, Java collection framework is non-generic. Since 1.5, it is generic. So what it will be consisting? It can be consisting of the number of features. A Java new generic collection allow. What it will be going to allow you? It will allow you. Now we are saying that Java new generic collection allow you to have only one type of object in a collection. Now it is type safe. Now that we are saying that a type safe will be there. It's a very important term, that your type is going to be safe, and typecasting is not required at runtime. So at runtime you are not going to do this task, which will be the drawback in the part of your before generic collection. That we are going to see this, how old generic example of creating a Java collection and how will be the generic collection is going to be discussed here. When you are going to be create your array list with the help of old non-generic array list, then it is going with the array list you have created and new array list. Now see, in this example we have not taken the data type present inside of this. Which type of array list is going to be created by this? It means that now it is going to be that will be the term how generic is going to be type safe, and typecasting will be provided. Now let's see the new generic example for creating Java collection. Now we are saying that array list is going to be created with the help of this angular bracket. We are putting inside of this the data type which we are going to create for this array list. Now we are saying this array list is going to be create the list of string elements. Okay, so in this list we are going to create element for the list string values, and with this help new generic collection array list we have created with the data type present inside of this. In a generic collection we specify the type in angular braces. Means in angular braces we have presented what? The data type we have presented here in the angular braces. Now we have presented data type in this angular braces. Now array list is supposed to have the only specified type of object in it. If you try to add another type of object, it will give you a compile time error. It means that your data type which you have specified in your generic is going to be saved by it. So it's a type safe, and typecasting is not required at runtime. Okay. So with the help of this collection framework, that we are saying that list is going to be extend this collection framework, and going to be extend by iterable interface, and this all of these array list, abstract list are going to extend and implement your collection. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to discuss. So Java non-generic versus generic collection we have discussed. Now talking about some example for array list. Suppose take this example. In array list we are going to use this array list. For creating this array list, you have to go with the Java util package. Okay. Now we are saying that you have to import java.util.star. This star is showing that it will be consisting of all type of methods present inside of this util package. It means that array list you are going to create all of the methods present inside of this can be taken by this util package. So next of the thing is that you have created this array list. With creating array list, you have taken this data type. It means that you have taken the generic example. Now after creating this array list string list, it means that this list will be consisting of the items. Now for adding the item one by one, you have to use this list.add method. Okay, now in this list you are using list.add, and one by one you are adding object in an array list. Now you have taken all the objects. For printing the array list, you are using the south statement and passing the value of this list. So all of the element presented inside of this list will be showed output in your example. Okay, so this is the way you have created array list and showed all of the objects which you have kept inside of this array list. Moving toward the next example. Now we have seen in the previous example that your array list is going to be output. Your array list is going to show all of the element with the help of the south statement, which is you have taken out in the print system.out.println, and list you have taken out. Now in the next example you have uses this array list using iterator. Now with the help of this iterator, you are going to be iterate all of the element present inside of this array list. Same in this case we are going to discuss how you are going to show your all the element with the help of the iterator. Now you have added all the element in the same way that you have created in the previous example. Now we are saying that in this example we have taken array list and added an elements one by one. And for traversing list through iterator, it means that your list is going to be traverse one element. It means that you have to create this iterator. For getting the iterator, you are using iterator, and list.iterator is a method by which you can create this iterator. Okay. So in this while loop that you have taken, you are going to be use this hasNext method. HasNext will going to take the values of your one by one all of the elements present inside of your list. Check if iterator has the element, and this south statement will be consisting of a method iterate that itr.next. You have taken it. So printing the element and move to the next. So output will be presented here that through iterator you have taken out all of the element present inside of your list which you have created. Okay, so this is the way you can traverse your list also. There is one more way that you can traverse your list also. So that we are going with the help of the now iterating array list using for each loop. It means that we have taken an example of array list and we have iterate all the element with the help of this. These previous example will be showing that element you have taken out with the help of the south statement and with the help of the iterator and with the help of for each loop. Now we are saying that for each loop will be there. If we are saying for each loop will be there, it means that it will be consisting, it is going to be an enhanced loop for enhanced version of the for loop that will be consisting of all the element present inside of this array list is going to be printed with the help of the for each loop. Now in this for you are going to be use string value of this fruit and the list which you have taken here. The list which you have created here will be consisting of these items. One by one, all of these elements are going to be iterate with the help of your for loop. So this particular for loop is going to be containing all of the list item in this fruit. So your one by one, all of the values is going to be iterate by this particular loop inside of this, and your south statement will be consisting of the output of all these fruit item which will be consisting in this array list. So output will be shown here, that how it is going to be implemented. So now we have seen this array list is going to be iterate through for each loop, and we have taken with traverse with the iterator and simply with the south statement. So array list, talking about array list, we number of methods will be applicable there. Now in this previous example we have seen that how array list is going to be when we have used this iterator, then iterator is going to be used has next and next method, and next we are going to be use get and set array list. The get method returns the element at specified index. When we are saying at a specified index, what it will mean, that specified index means all of the array element is going to be so the get method returns the element at the specified index. Specified index means all of the array element are going to be stored in a particular specified manner, means index all of the elements are going to be stored in some index value. Now if you want to this particular set any value, or you want to return the element at the specified index, you are going to be use this get method. Okay, so this particular method is going to insert that particular element at that particular specified index. So suppose in this example they have taken an example for creating an array list, and after creating this array list they have added these elements. For accessing the elements, you are taking returning elements south statement. You are saying that even that you have taken al dot get 1, it will return the second element. Okay, so because the index value of your array list index value will be started with 0, and now we are saying that we are iterating this particular value 1. Okay, so get, it will return the second element because index start from this particular blank. So changing the element even dot set, that will be going to be 1 dates. It's going to particular changes the element inside of this. Suppose from this example we have seen that mango dates will be updated here. So the first one is going to be traversing for traversing string fruit. Now for particular we have for traversing this list we have used this for loop, and for loop is going to be for enhanced for loop is going to be traverse all of these elements. Now we are saying in this example we have taken this get method for placing the particular value at a specified index, and south statement we have taken, and after that we are accessing the element and changing the element. So it starts from this and changing the element, for finally traversing the list after updation. What we are doing, we are using the enhanced for loop, and south statement will be presented for it. In the south we have taken the fruit list, and finally the output is received like this. Now sort array list will be there. Import, suppose that if you want to sort the array list, then the example will be presented here for it. Suppose you have taken this, for array list we have taken this particular package java.util package. For array list we have taken this java.util package. Inside of this we have created a array list. Okay, so this array list will be consisting of these items, and later on sorting the list. Now we have used this collections.sort method. Okay, now we are using this particular method for sorting this list 1. Okay, so traversing list through for each. Now we are saying that traversing all of the list element with the help of this for each loop. Now with the help of for each loop you are traversing all of the elements one by one. So south statement for string fruit, it will be consisting of all the element inside of this list 1. So that will be the for traversing your all of the elements. Now next will be creating a list of numbers. Suppose you have taken a list of numbers that you have taken, and you have added all of these numbers inside of this list too. Now you are saying that sorting the list according to the collection.sort method you have used, and this list is going to be sorted with the help of this method present method you have given. Okay, Now you are saying that collections will be going to be used, the hierarchy will be presented here, that will be using the list. Array list is going to be implements your collections framework, and list will be going to be sort with the help of this sort method. Now after sorting, you are going to be traverse all of the element inside of this list too. Now what you are doing for traversing, you are using this for each loop in a enhanced version of the for each loop, and you are traversing all of the element inside of this. So one by one you are receiving the output. After that you have taken the sorting operation on the particular list. Okay, moving toward next. In the first we have discussed about array list. The next will be for the linked list. In a data structure, we have studied about linked list. What it is? Linked list is a linear data structure. When we talk about linked list, there will be some node present inside of this. It's a linear data structure in which elements are not stored at a contiguous location, rather they are linked using pointers. So with the help of the pointers, elements are going to be stored in a node. So there will be a node present inside of this. That address, suppose there is a representation of Java linked list node. When we talk about node, that will be consisting of the two values, that is data and the next. The node will be consisting of the next value, next will be consisting of the pointer towards the next value item. Okay, the pointer will be there, and the data node data will be consisting of the data element which you are going to be present inside of this. Okay. So linked list forms a series of connected nodes. Okay, so where each node stores the data and the address of the next node. So the address of the next node is going to be presented inside of this next particular node. Okay, so now we are saying that where each node stores a linked list is going to be used in your collection framework. It means that number of methods present inside of this linked list can be helpful to achieve various operations on your linked list. Now we are saying that we have a doubly linked list inside of this particular Java object oriented programming. Okay, so the doubly linked list means that reference to the previous node is presented here, your data field will be there, and reference to the next node will be presented there. It means that address of the previous node is going to be stored in the first, that is doubly linked list means both of the ends are presented here to store the address of the previous one and for the next one also. Okay, so that is a representation, that an array representation of linear doubly linked list will be there in Java, that it will be consisting, the starting first node will be consisting in the previous is null. Null means there is no address for the previous one. Here null indicate that there is no previous element will be there, with the index value 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, all of the elements are presented, the data values are presented here inside of this, and your previous and the next node will be consisting of the address of the next. The next node will be consisting of the address of the next, and the previous node will be consisting of the address of your previous one. So this is the way the pointer is going to be used here in the representation of your array list. Now how it is going to be helpful for your programming. Now suppose you want to add some elements in your array list as well as in your linked list. If we are saying that for adding your element in array list and in your linked list, so we are saying that array list will be going to be, the linked list is going to be add the element in a particular position. So shifting of particular node will not going to affect the later on nodes, means directly they are going to add some node here, and this arrow for the next one is going to be shown here, and the previous node will be going to shown this particular arrow, and the arrow shifted here will move towards this end. It means that there is a shifting of only at one end of the node. It means that the affected node will going to be less, that is in number 1. And when we are going to add something in your array list, it means that whole of the array structure, if you are putting inside of this an element is going to be stored inside of this, and you are going to be shifted, your array is going to be shifted toward this much of this amount. So all of the elements are going to be shifted towards there. It means that your array list structure is going to be disturbed more as compared to your linked list structure. So data, next pointer and head and tail, it hold the actual value of data associated with the next node, with the node, that is your data will be presented here. The next pointer will store the memory address. What are these pointers that will be referring? These pointers will be referring the addresses for the next node and the previous node. Head and tail, the linked list is accessed through the head node, which points to the first node in the list. The last node in the list points to the null or null pointer, indicating the end of the list. This node is known as the tail node. Okay, so that will be your first node, and last node will be there, head and as a head and tail. Now talking about Java linked list class. Now moving toward next, which is Java linked list class. What are the features present for the Java linked list class? When we talk about Java linked list class, use a doubly linked list structure, means which we have shown that your previous and the next node will be presented there to store the element. It provides a linked list data structure. It inherits abstract list class and implement list and DQ, that is double-ended queue interface. Okay, so it inherits the various methods present inside of this abstract list class and double-ended queue interface. What are the important points which will be which are going to be covered in this linked list? That the Java linked list can contain duplicate element. The linked list will going to be contain your duplicate element. The Java linked list maintains your insertion order. It will be maintaining your insertion order. Linked list class is non-synchronized. It means that your synchronization order will be that is going to be affected. Means the thread operation on linked list is going to be affected by this manner you are going to insert your elements. In Java linked list class, manipulation is fast because no shifting needs to occur. Means there is a fast manipulation of the insertion of the various element, that shifting of only one node will be provided there. Java linked list class can be used as a list, stack or queue. Now your linked list is going to be converted as a list, stack or queue. As we have studied in data structure how the stack and queues are going to be implemented, that is your LIFO and the FIFO structure. So heterogeneous and homogeneous objects are allowed in this, and null insertion is also allowed. That will be your entries for the previous node, and next node will be the empty, that is null insertion will be allowed there. So these are the features which is going to be covered with your Java linked list class. So moving toward next, that is linked list class we can use to develop stack and queues. To develop stack and queue, this class provides 6 specific methods. So what are the methods which are provided by this linked list class? So we are saying that void at first will be there, void at last will be there. It means that these methods will be presented for get first, object get last, object remove first, object remove last. So these are the linked list class that is going to be use various method inside of this. The constructor present inside of this will be consisting of various collections that you have given in this, and the various method present inside of this. So hierarchy diagram for the linked list class will be there, that the list is going to be linked list is going to be implement your list. Okay, all of the list element which is going to be further extended by your collection framework, and iterable is a that will be going to extend in your collection framework. In the next session we will discuss about the structure that is your stacks vector presented in your collection framework. Up to this much. Thank you, students.